Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing free-to-play MechWarrior Online. It's currently in closed beta. This is the shooter version of the new MechWarrior games. There's also a strategy version. So it is free-to-play. So, when the open beta starts, you can sign up and check it out for yourself. First off, let me say that any game that requires a login but does not save your password just needs to be eliminated from society, and this is one of those. I have one of those secure random character passwords, and I have to type it in every single time I play the game. Also, this main screen is in a window and it switches to full screen when I start the game, so I'm going to stop and start the video while it's loading, but the loading times aren't very long anyway. So since it is a mech game, there are a bunch of mechs. It gives you 4 trial versions, basically a light one, a medium one, a heavy one, and a really heavy one. And then it also has mechs you can purchase. However, the mechs you purchase are exceedingly expensive if you were to log enough game time to afford them. Right now, it would take between 50 and 250 games to unlock one mech. And that ranges from the cheapest light ones to the heaviest, ones on the other end of the spectrum. Without having to spend real money. And notice there's this big blue buy button, hello free to play, not really free to play. And on top of that, if you use one of the default ones, you actually don't earn any experience points using them, which means you can't buy any of these pilot upgrades, which is maddening, to be perfectly honest. Great that it's free to play, but it's basically making you buy stuff to enjoy the game, which is really too bad because you can see there's a whole bunch of abilities and variants and stuff you can unlock, and there's a whole bunch of new mechs. Look at this. Now, you can't actually customize them, at least you can at this point. They have set information and weapon loadouts. But, I mean, there's variations of different ones that basically swap them out so you can find something you like. But all these, 6 million credits would take, 200 games or so to accrue that much amount for one mech. So, it's basically locking a huge part of the game away from any casual user unless you pay money for it. So, keep that in mind. The games are short. They're usually about 10 minutes on the long end. There's a 15-minute timer, but people usually die before them anyway. And right now the game only offers 8 versus 8 deathmatch, where you're given 1 life per game, and once you lose your life, then you get to observe the other people, which I'm sure is what's going to happen when I play. So I'm going to pick the medium guy, and then I will launch a game. Matchmaking is pretty quick. There's a lot of people playing the beta, and then loading the map is really quick too, so I'll see you on the other side. Alright, that took about 15 seconds or so to get into the game, so that's not bad at all, including loading time and all that stuff. So you wait for 8v8, which fills up pretty quick. The controls are a little bit of a learning curve involved. It takes some getting used to. First off, and I'll kind of mess around here at the beginning of the game once the timer starts down, you can change your view independent of which way your mech is actually facing. So for example, if I were to go this way, you'll notice, it's independent of my view. Now there's a little indicator, you can see it on the top, that shows you how far away you are from the front of your mech. So you can at least keep that in mind. But it's really disorienting the first, 10 or so games you play. In addition to that, there's also a speed. It's speed instead of you holding down the W to keep moving, which so it kind of plays more like a flight simulator rather than a first-person shooter sort of deal. So, again, you have to worry about deceleration and moving backwards and all that stuff. So let me actually catch up to these guys here. Over on the bottom right, you can see your weapons. What you can do is actually scroll through them and assign them to control groups. So if you press that button, it fires all those weapons at once. So for this particular one, I grouped my lasers, my machine guns, and this other lasered weapon together. The main thing here for deathmatch is to assault the enemy base, but normally, unless the other team is completely camping, you just end up eliminating the other team before that happens. So, let's hope we run into some enemies soon. I'm going to speed up here. You can see the graphics. This uses CryEngine, and the graphics are pretty good. The models are nicely animated. The environments are varied and pretty detailed. You can see the high-resolution textures and stuff, so they did a good job with that part of the presentation. So you can see there's some guys off in the distance. You press R to target them, and then you can kind of follow them around as long as a friendly unit spots them. There's a guy that's, you know, basically behind the ridge here. The levels are really well designed. Oh, there's a guy. Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna shoot you. There he goes. Oh, there's another guy. Yep, there he is. Get out of my face. So I'm using the 1, 2, and 3 keys. And you have to worry about heat. When you fire lasers and stuff, it uses up heat, and if you overheat, then you can't fire anymore. So you have to be really conservative. Let me get out of here. It's like 4 on 2. You can see in the upper right, it shows the level of health for your opponent, for the person you currently have targeted. So, alright, now my stuff's cooled down a little bit. Now it's not cooled down a little bit. So you have to, it's not just the recharge time that you have to worry about, it's, uh-oh. Alright, really in the middle of the battle, this is where the controls get really disorienting and confusing. You know, trying to remember, like, how your view is oriented to how the, you know, enemy is and all that stuff. Alright, come on. No, missed him. Alright, the little arrow at the bottom of the screen on the minimap helps a little bit, but... Alright, double teamed here. The damage model is really neat. It breaks it down, you can see, to individual limbs and part of the chassis. He's above that hill. Up, I'm gonna die soon. Come on, get back. Yeah, there we go. So you can have individual weapons like knocked out and stuff. This guy's using heat vision to make it easier to see on dark levels. We'll kind of spectate around here a little bit just to see it from other people's perspective. That guy just took down a robot. So the damage model is really neat. Actually, in a couple games I saw like limbs blown off and you blow off their arms and then that disables the weapons that are on those arms, so that's pretty cool. The weapon variety is basically lasers, guns, and missiles, which isn't exactly the, you know, most diverse assortment of things, but it's good enough. I mean, the different types of missiles and lasers have different amounts of damage and whatnot. So a lot of carnage going on here. So this guy's overheated. When you overheat, it disables your ship for a little bit, which gives the enemy prime time to come in and blast you to smithereens. The interface is pretty good too. I mean, it tries to, you know, let you know which way your view is, gives you pertinent information about enemy units, makes it pretty easy to see your weapon information and your the attributes of your thing. So that part's well done. So he got overheated there. As you might expect with giant hulking robots, the takes a little bit of time for things to get damaged, especially with the heavier, slower mechs. So no one's really going for the other enemy base. They're just trying to take each other out right now. Like, this guy lost his left arm, his target. So he lost all of the weapons on that arm there. So, I mean, the core game is actually pretty entertaining. I find that the movement is confusing. It's a little bit more than I can handle. I mean, if you play it a lot more, you'll get used to it. So the core game is pretty good. I think people that like this type of combat, you know, the setting with the robots and the little slow-paced combat will like it. The little free-to-play things where things are too expensive and you got to really spend actual money on them, is a little annoying. He got just blown up. See who else we got. This guy's running after 2 of them. And like I said, it's free to play, so you know anybody can jump in and see if they care for the style of combat. Okay, there we go. So we'll jump back to the main menu here. All right, here we are again. Again, pretty quick matches. That was like what, 8 minutes maybe, something like that. So I'll show off another one of the mechs here. This one has. That was the one that I think I just used. Yeah, this guy has missiles, so we'll show off the missiles a little bit. And you can just click launch and go right into another game. So I mean, it doesn't take that long to rack up a lot of games, but the better free-to-play games unlock things, you know, after your first couple of games. At least gives you something. I mean, this takes 50 games to get the crappiest thing. So I don't really like that. Hopefully they'll change that balance a little bit before, you know, when the open beta and before the game actually officially releases. You know, I realize they have to make money to justify, you know, their development costs, but, you know, if you're going to make it free to play, at least give, you know, some of the customization options in it. So I'll get off my soapbox and join a new game. Alright, here we are in an urban environment, so this gives you a lot of buildings to hide in. This particular mech has like 6 lasers and 2 missile launchers. This is probably my favorite loadout out of all of them. But the firing all those lasers really overheats you quickly, so you have to keep an eye on that. So I think if I were to, you know, unlock something, it'd probably be this class of vehicle, something kind of close to this. But again, it would take like 100 games or so to do that. And then you can once you buy things, then you get the XP you can use to get the pilot skills. So let's go blow some stuff up, gentlemen. Try to team up here with somebody else. So as you can see, again, the graphics are pretty good. Runs pretty smooth. I haven't noticed any bugs or anything major, other than some sort of minor collision stuff when you go backwards into mountains and you get stuck and stuff like that. But that may just be you know, I just need a pilot better, more than anything else. So. Over that way. Someone really hightailed it over there. Launch up some rockets there. Alright, I'm gonna go a little bit more close and personal. Ooh, there's a guy like already over here. Ooh. Yeah, he's in the super light vehicle. Alright, let me figure out what's going on. Like I said, the controls can be really confusing. Oh, hey. Yeah, this guy's gonna be trouble. You can see the inherent advantage of the fast vehicle. I'll just let him go. There's no way I'm gonna match up against him. Kind of have to get him with missiles. Alright, what am I doing? Where am I headed? Alright, rotate. Oh, crap. Hey. Turn. Goodness gracious. Alright. It's very disorienting. Alright, hey. Alright, I'm gonna die here real quick. Run! Go straight! There we go. Hi, how's it going? You're gonna kill me shortly. Yeah, I lost one of my, like, all the stuff in my rear. I have like 2 weapons left. At least I'm not overheating because I only have 2 lasers. rotates really slow. Yeah, there we go. Finally. There's that fast guy. You just basically like circle strafe people. That's the strategy with that. Let's see who else we can find here. This guy in the water. You can see some of them have jetpacks and stuff, so they can, you know, jump. Got to be careful with his lasers. That's why it's good usually to have a mix of different weapons, because especially lasers, because they overheat you. And you can at least fire something else off while the heat dissipates. Let's see what some of the other people are up to. It's kind of camping behind that building. He's getting shot. There's some anti-missile weapons, I think, but, you know, that guard against it. But basically, missiles are almost a free kill. You know, you can see that pretty much every single one of those missiles hit, unless you go behind a building real quick. Ah, there we go. Game over. Back to the main menu. Alright, I think we can do one more match with the heavy guy, since we've done the light and the medium. I can't control good enough to do the light guy. So let's try the one last game on with the heavy guy, and that'll give you a pretty good idea what's going on. So let's launch away. Alright, luckily we got a different environment here. We got lucky with that. So we got the urban, the kind of volcano, and this is the snow environment. So, show off the wide range of visuals that you have here. So I have lasers, some missile sort of deals, and I don't even know what that is. Short-range missile? Yeah, short-range missile. Alright, so the maximum speed for this guy is pretty slow, so I'm going to be kind of bringing up the rear a little bit. There's the Jenner. A lot of people rolling with those. That's the little small fast guy. So I'll just kind of follow them up the hill. I don't think this is something that I would personally play because of the control scheme, and I just, you know, honestly don't feel the desire to learn, you know, adapt to it. But I can definitely see the appeal for people who like, you know, the setting and stuff. So. And like I said, it should be an open beta at some point, fairly soon, I would imagine. It's actually pretty stable. They just need to, you know, polish up some stuff and whatnot. So everybody will be able to check it out then. And slowly catch up to everybody else. Somebody down there. Going through this little ice area. Maybe we'll actually see somebody. Yeah. I also don't like the grind, as I stated. It's not just me, folks. It's one other guy on the internet, too. So in that case, they clearly need to change everything. Because of two people. Well, I kind of went the wrong way, didn't I? This is very boring. That's what you get for being the slow guy. I really should be on base defense, but... I should probably go on base offense here. Getting pretty close to their base, I think. Oh, hi. Yeah, those guys are way off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go attack their base. This guy's coming towards me, though. Looks like. I think I'll go after him. Why not? Go surprise him, hopefully. It's on the other side of this building. Slow down a little bit. You can see there's a lag here with speed, so it takes a little planning. If I can get up here on the top of this hill or something. Hey, how's it going? Lock on. Hey, you found me. The guy who notices me more. Yeah. Now we got some action. Jeez. Well, there you go. I guess that was the last one. We kind of got owned on that one. Alright, well there you go. That is MechWarrior Online. Currently in closed beta, as you can see. Clearly displayed on the screen there. But it will be in open beta at some point in the near future. Until next time, bye now.